couple of questions which are in there I may not be able to take here. Nisha's question directly to Sequoia. Can I ask Harshal to please, type an answer to her? Please, if you can. And I'm just going to take, one question, which has come from Dhiraj. So because a very, very good question, to Nitin, to actually examine it, because he's probably one of the, people who have really, really impacted and had to go really threadbare. What criteria did you apply for identifying and prioritizing vendors for making payments? So the question is to CFOs other than Anand and Manas, who are in a good cash, position. But so therefore, I'm going to pick up Nitin here. And Nitin, how did you, because I'll tell you the cue. I mean, I don't know how many of you, missed it. Nitin actually made a reference that he's actually spending a lot during this time as well. So look at the dilemma that you have virtually your sales, down to zero, most of your fixed cost, still continuing. And as a CFO, you've got to take that troubled, task of spending as well. So I would hate to be in his shoes. And he's been able to keep his chin up, in the last 3 months. So Nitin, what tools did you use to prioritize, payments?
So I don't know whether, I actually mentioned it. So our first priority was to make the manpower payments. Even though we didn't got any payments from the retailers for March as well. Many of the retailers have not even paid for the March month. But we made sure that the first priority is to make sure that the manpower service providers, whoever are the service providers for us, we ensure that we make payments for the month of March. The normal cycle is 1 month. You complete the month of March, and normally we have 30 days for making that payment in the month of April. So you get the bill, and then you have another 30 days for making that payment. We ensured that we made those payments early. Second was all the MSME payments. So irrespective of wherever they are working, we release some payments. Even we have been in the process of doing some capex, even though the capex was shut down. And this capex was specifically for a mall where we wanted, during rains. Some of the work was under process, and then we couldn't complete it, even though we went ahead and we made certain payments to the MSME. So the criteria essentially was a humanitarian. We wanted to understand who can't support themselves, from an economics perspective. The second, after that, of course, the releasing the salary, wages and the MSME. The second criteria was the good cost, again, which is, how can I make my consumer feeling safe once he comes back inside the mall? So we made sure we spend huge cost in terms of sanitization. We made sure we have a lot of spend we have done in terms of digitization. So when you come to a mall, Kabir, next time you try the touchless parking, you try sitting on a food court chair and ordering and making payment, from the seat itself. So we have tied up with certain service providers who can help us, doing that. As soon as you enter the mall, there is a touchless, QR code where we are trying to link it with Arogya Setu, which can help you and both of us to being safe. We have spending some good cost on providing isolation rooms and doctors. So it's essentially the good cost which we are spending on. So these were the 3 criteria for spending in these 3 months.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nitin.